in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. And you're...
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And some room to roam now. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Green 90. Green 90.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Ryan Glasgow who got him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to... And he's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The numbers last week for Bernard: 17 carries, 68 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We're good. 368.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And Green with a catch left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Throwing, Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dalton throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way. For a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Chris Jones on the stop. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dalton here from the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
To throw here, Dalton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, They're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it here with Hunt. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
On the ball.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
It's been good to see Tyler Eifert regaining his form as one of the best red zone tight ends in the league. Remember in 2015? Led all NFL tight ends with 13 touchdowns. Injuries have kept him to just 10 games the last 2 years. But when Tyler Eifert's healthy and he's in the red zone, look out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Green, 90, left, green, left, left.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now here's Mahomes, and it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced it. Incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now it's Mahomes again. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. So if the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
Here we go.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Green, 90. Green.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go now. Blue for
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And they convert on. Third with a gain of 22. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mahomes to throw once more. Caught. Kelsey, left side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Complete the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
He's multi-talented and so versatile. Had a career-high 8 touchdowns last year with Alex Smith at the helm. And while Patrick Mahomes has a reputation of being a gunslinger, if he can focus on number 87, Travis Kelsey in the red zone, he's going to do just fine.
This is taken at the 3. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. second down. Dalton over the middle, complete. It's Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
53's a Mike. 53. Check 53.
59.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Eifert has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That one goes for 24 yards. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 98 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pull it on. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the second longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in... Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's